David, take one.
Noisy shoes. Aren't they? Wow. Kind of croaking like a frog. Ribbit, ribbit. As a child, David Adiola was the kid who took everything apart to see how it worked. As a man, he is a principal development engineer at WSP, so he's still the kid that takes things apart to see how they work. Fascinated about steam-driven systems, he and his fellow WSP engineers are delivering solutions that will help the building sector and the world move forward towards a reimagined, sustainable future. So David, you mentioned when you were growing up you loved picking things apart, breaking them, seeing how they worked inside. Tell me how big a part of your personality that is, and maybe tell me how that's led you to have the job that you have today.
The story goes, and some of this I remember, some of this I honestly think is just my mum exaggerating this slightly. I have an older uncle, and when I was born, I used to play with his toys. And apparently I wasn't good at sharing because I dismantled all of his toys so that he couldn't play with them. And then when I got old enough, I put them all back together, and then I started playing with them because he was now too big to play with them. And honestly, I think that has always been instrumental in my character. I am very much a problem solver, whether that's to do with people, whether that's to do with things.
So David, tell me, what is WSP's purpose?
So WSP's purpose can be summarized down to one thing, which is sustainable and real impact in the world that we live in. So whether that's developing carbon neutral technologies, working with companies to decarbonize their supply chains and infrastructure, I think that's primarily what we do here.
So how has the company reimagined the way that it brings its purpose alive?
So I think one of the things that has definitely helped with that process is the willingness to encourage employees to have difficult conversations with clients in terms of knowing the decarbonization drive towards 2050 and working with clients to say, do you know what you're doing is great and we think it's fantastic. How about if we consider technologies that go this way, or we use supply chains that go this way, that take us away from that, helping support that sustainability drive. I think that's been very instrumental.
I'm curious to know, how does WSP's purpose align with your own personal purpose?
When it comes to power generation, I love it. I come from a steam turbine background. Dealing with steam turbines, they are huge beasts. And when you see them up front, it's a different animal from when you're looking at such a little design on a screen and you're like, oh yeah, it's tiny. And then you go to see it and you're just like, huh? That's my design? Okay, did I make it that big? Is it meant to be that big? And it's a beautiful experience. And as an engineer, I've been very, very fortunate, very blessed to be able to see things that I've designed in the office and then go to site and see them in real life and touch them, put them together. And it's what makes my job come alive. It's what keeps me in this field.
Thank you, David. It is inspiring to meet someone who is part of a team using their skills and passion to make the world a better place. I can sleep knowing you guys have got one eye on the future. Truly awful person, but a great engineer.
I put some things back together for him.
Yeah, like chainsaws, power drills.